Some of you may know that I am the senior editor and columnist for Gulfshore Business, as well as our new upstart weekly newspaper, the Naples Press. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we saw a need for a paper that wasn't left-leaning and that actually covered the community with people who live here. So it's good. It's my job and passion, of course. Passion is very important, I think, to know about what is coming in our blessed and wonderful community here. And it's my honor and pleasure to speak to you today about the changing landscape in Collier County. Now, so many development projects are in the pipeline that it was difficult for me to edit down what I wanted to tell you about today. It's more and more difficult nowadays to keep abreast of everything that's happening here and now. And I'm glad that a lot of you follow me to try to keep up. But there's so many potential news stories, and it really is growing exponentially. I've been covering the area as a journalist now for more than 25 years, and if you think that we've seen a lot of changes in the last 25 years, which we definitely have, you'll be amazed at what will occur in the next 25 years, believe me. Recent population increases are rapidly speeding up the process. And every time I write about a new development coming, especially one along Immokalee Road, people on social media complain that we're going to be the next Miami. And, well, what do you think? I really don't see it. Even if I squint, can't picture Miami being here. But that's what people think. And we definitely are on a growth trajectory, so you can understand it to some point. And it's clearly unstoppable. But not only did a global pandemic, economic setbacks, and major hurricanes not put a dent in it, they accelerated it in many ways along most of the coast here. Now, Collier County's population, as was pointed out earlier today, is more than 400,000 now, and the number of people living here is expected to easily double by build-out. The Collier Interactive Growth Model projects a build-out of 840,000. Jamie didn't have that, and he didn't go past the, 2040 in his presentation, but we're talking about a little farther out than that, 2060, 2080, we're going to see more than double the population we have now. And by then, the majority of the county's population, more than 50% of the people will live east of Collier Boulevard or 951. Now think about that. That's a dynamic change for the region, as many people that live right now in Collier County, you picture all the people in Collier County, that many are going to be living east of 951. So that's incredible. Think about all the change that's going to mean for what we're doing now. Following the success of Ave Maria, a master plan community that continues to grow, I just found out today from the Ave Maria table out there that they just sold their 5,000 homes now, and which is not even halfway through. I think they can go up to 11,000. So it's impressive, but it's also right, it's going to kind of lead by example the other development that's going to be out there. We're going to see 2 new villages in the town of Big Cypress that they'll have thousands of residents over at least 1,500 acres. Rivergrass Village and the village of Belmar will be master planned communities off Oil Well Road between northern Golden Gate Estates and Ave Maria. And also, Baron Collier Companies plans Collier Rod and Gun Club, which will have homes, cabins, a golf course, and more at Oil Well Road and State Road 29, which, by the way, is really the halfway point practically in Collier County. You won't see me call that Eastern Collier, because Eastern Collier is pretty much uninhabitable by humans. Anyway, this will be near where the fairgrounds and swamp buggy races will eventually be held, because those both, the Collier Fairgrounds and the Florida Sports Park, eventually will relocate out there on Oil Well Road, and they'll be together again as they were at one time off of Radio Road before they moved out. As rooftops multiply, you'll see more commercial development east of 951 to supply amenities to residents there. Tractor Supply is under construction at Golden Gate Parkway and Wilson. Sunshine Ace Hardware, which opened a new store last year in Founders Square, also has Stores under construction in Ave Maria and in the future Winchester development, which is at Immokalee Road and Orange Tree Boulevard. It has another store coming also to Pelican Bay to fill the space that was vacated by Steinmart. On Immokalee Road, Bear Creek Elementary School is under construction. Naples Classical Academy plans to build a gym on the western end of its charter school, and a child care center will be built on an outlot there in front of Naples Classical Academy. The Catholic Diocese plans its new Pope John Paul II Church with a school on 40 acres it owns at Wilson and Immokalee. A little east, land was just cleared for a new retail center and more self-storage buildings. Grocers have a lot of expansion plans as well. Aldi will be breaking ground soon on a new store at Randall Curve. Publix is building a new supermarket to anchor the future shops at Orange Blossom off of Oil Well. Publix also will backfill more than 2 vacant stores for a new supermarket in the Gateway Shops at North Bay off of Wiggins Pass Road. And they also have plans to demolish 2 existing Publix stores on 41 and rebuild them in Neapolitan Way and in River Chase Plaza. Another grocer will be part of the space vacated by Bed Bath & Beyond in Ridgeport Plaza. Oaks Farm still has not filed plans yet to rebuild its market that was damaged at Hurricane Ian on Davis Boulevard, but I expect that they will soon. A sign that more traffic is coming, unfortunately, local car dealerships have major expansion plans in Collier County. Rolls-Royce, Genesis, Volkswagen, and Lexus all plan new freestanding dealerships here. After Genesis and VW move out, Hyundai and Audi will expand their respective dealerships. And Tesla is building a new service center on Radio Road. And also Naples Motorsports plans an expansive showroom where Rooms to Go recently moved out to a new place. Projects are being built on recently cleared land throughout the county. The second phase of Restaurant Row is under construction near Freedom Square on Collier Boulevard. Interior build-out is underway at the Hammock Park Retail Center on Collier. Tree Farm Plaza, which will have Chipotle and Cava restaurants, is going up quickly at Collier Boulevard and Immokalee Road. And across the street, that's across the street from Founders Square, which will also has some final out parcels that it's building out. The Ritz-Carlton residences are under construction on the spot of the former Beach Box, Beach Store, Daruma, and other businesses there at Vanderbilt Beach. And apartments, which we heard some about today, apartments which once were a means to provide affordable living options have become vehicles to really increase density with luxury lifestyles. Multifamily communities now are being built on planned throughout the county. Aspire Naples is under construction on Immokalee Road across from Seed to Table. Amberlin South Naples and Hammock Park are changing the landscape off Collier Boulevard. Many other apartment complexes have yet to break ground, but they're coming. Ascend Naples and the Matson are planned on Vanderbilt Beach Road. Fiore Apartments and Savoy Park will be near Collier Boulevard and Rattlesnake Hammock. New apartment complexes are planned in Golden Gate Estates, at the Randall at Orange Tree, on Immokalee Road, and another one called Emblem at Orange Blossom will be off of Oil Well Road. Other new residential communities under construction, we've heard a little bit about Camus off Collier Boulevard. Torreno at Valencia Golf and Country Club is between Oil Well Road and Randall Boulevard. Opus Stone is going to be a 51-home community at Massey and Vanderbilt Beach Road Extension. Homes in Valencia Trails off of Immokalee Road will eventually reach Vanderbilt Beach Road Extension. So that's going to be a very large community. Areas hugging the coast already are nearing build-out. So, vacant land opportunities that are there are not readily available. For instance, in the city of Naples, you're not going to see a lot of new building on vacant lots because they don't really exist. So we're going to continue to see redevelopment projects where the old is demolished to make way for the new. In Naples, we're seeing this with, of course, the Naples Beach Club redevelopment projects is probably one of the best examples. but there are mixed-use developments replacing the former retail centers that used to be Grand Central Station and the plaza on 3rd Street. We're seeing new development in the works, abutting the city at its northern and southern borders. Perceptually, what this is doing is extending the city without actually extending the city limits. So it's different because they're not actually extending it, but it's perceiving it to be so, with the development clustering on the edges, even though it's still in unincorporated Collier County. The best case in point is the Bayshore Gateway Triangle redevelopment area, which is seeing massive growth. Metropolitan Naples, which you've seen the cranes towering over Davis, will be the cornerstone of the mini triangle with its 15-story Aura and Ascent condominiums, which also have restaurants and retail available. On the point of the corner, a 10-story hotel and condo project are still planned. It's called the Ellington. It hasn't broken ground yet. Likewise, across the East Trail from these projects on more than 4 acres that formerly were the Little Italy restaurant and Checkers Drive-In, you're going to see a new hotel, a JW Marriott, that will be developed by Columbia Sussex with understory parking. And they had initially wanted to do one that was more than 400 rooms, and they since have downsized to one that's more than 300, but that's moving through the process. Immediately to the north of the city, Phil McCabe's new hotel, the Carnelian, will replace a recently closed Beacon Bowl bowling alley. The hotel will have 2 upscale public restaurants and a rooftop private club called Sterling's that is expected to take the local private club to the next level. And Bev, I know, the representative for Bowland is here, and if you have a spot where she can relocate the Beacon Bowl, that would be great. We're hoping that it'll stay up in North Naples. New hotels in general are a local trend, indicating that tourism remains a lifeblood here. There's no doubt. Many recently opened or are under construction, or they're still being planned. The Great Wolf Lodge, which of course was talked about earlier, launched last week with 500 rooms and many restaurants and of course an indoor water park. It's definitely a game changer. Also this fall, Hampton Inn & Suites opened behind the new Lamborghini dealership in East Naples. And within the last year, we also had the AC Hotel by Marriott open downtown with its Limon rooftop bar and the Jimmy Buffett-themed Compass by Margaritaville rebranding Uptown with its 5 o'clock somewhere bar. The Perry Hotel Naples is opening soon next to the Bay House in North Naples, and it'll have the Tigress rooftop restaurant and bar. And there's a hotel on Bayfront. It was first announced as the 239 Hotel, but now it's the hotel on Bayfront. And it will have 8 suites and a ground floor restaurant and a rooftop bar that will be open to the public in the Bayshore Arts District. Also under construction are the 5-star Four Seasons Resort mentioned at the Naples Beach Club, Old Naples Hotel on 3rd Street South, and Echo Suites, extended stay by Wyndham, just started construction last month in Citygate. After this coming season, the Aquarius Hotel, which is targeted to replace the Naples retail strip that has been home for decades to Pastrami Dan's and later Leaky Tiki Barbecue, the Aqua Restaurant and Bar will relocate there from 5th Avenue to the same owner who has Leaky Tiki. So Aqua, and you can't spell Aquarius without Aqua. They'll both be together. And also a True by Hilton Hotel is in the works on Juliet Boulevard in North Naples next to the Town Place Suites across from Walmart. And it's same builder who did same developer who did Town Place Suites has seen how well that's done, and he's building on the lot right next door to it. We're seeing the owners and managers of some area retail centers making aggressive moves. And whether it's by design or by necessity, they're shaking things up a little bit. At Mercado, they're expanding the central public common areas and adding a permanent event stage. It'll be right there in front of Narrative Coffee. New restaurants coming in include Shake Shack, Waxen's Swedish-American Restaurant, the Beeline Cocktail Bar, and Taverna, which is really the reimagined upscale Burntwood Tavern. Waterside Shops has major redevelopment projects on 3 of its 4 corners. The store that Nordstrom vacated in 2020 will be torn down soon, and Restoration Hardware, or RH as it's known, will build a multi-story gallery, as they call it, with a rooftop restaurant there. And it has been confirmed that Eddie V's Prime Seafood, the only Darden restaurant brand that we don't already have here in Collier County, it's coming to the freestanding former bank office at Seagate and Myra Daniels Boulevard. The interior of the former Barnes & Noble 2-story out parcel there will be the new home for Pottery Barn and Williams-Sonoma, which will be moving out from inside the mall. And there's a lot of other movement of new stores that have just recently opened or will be opening. I actually wrote about that for my column that comes out this Friday. At Coastland Center Mall, Rodizio Grill, a large Brazilian steakhouse, will replace a recently closed Aurelio's Pizza. In Grenada Shops, Dollar Tree recently moved into Tuesday Morning's former space to make room for Connor's Steakhouse, which will take over Dollar Tree's standalone out parcel, and expect Connor's to open sometime in 2025. It's been a tough year for restaurants, though, no doubt. We've had a dozen pizzerias close in Collier County just in 2024, which is really unheard of. You don't usually hear pizzerias closing. But more are still coming, of course. So Mr. 01 has a second location that it's planning at 1111 Central in Naples. Also downtown, Pizzeria G, a couple from Long Island, are opening up a slice shop in the former Shays off of 5th. And two pizzeria chains that are new to this area, but they've been around, are Lido Pizza, which is coming to Ave Maria, and Rico's Pizza, opening at the Immokalee and Collier Boulevard. Some other new to Naples fast food chains plan to make inroads here, just like Lido's and Rico's. Slim Chickens is a chain that has a drive-through coming to the Randall at Immokalee, the Randall at Orange Tree on Immokalee. Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders is a place that's also going to have a location on the corner of Bayshore and the East Trail there in East Naples. Not to be undone, of course, Chick-fil-A plans 3 more area locations. One is proposed to replace the Red Lobster restaurant that closed on 41 in Naples, and one will front Collier Boulevard in a new location on Citygate that will be next to a planned retail center that neither has broken ground yet on. And then there's still another one proposed on another Chick-fil-A on the northeast corner of Logan and Pine Ridge, which will be next door to a possible Wawa store and station that will be built. Expect a few more upscale dining options, as well as they're going to complement really like places like the new Gulfshore Playhouse, which opens next month. The chef-driven Saluna Restaurant and Bar replaces Stoney's Steakhouse at Bayfront, practically across the street from the new Gulfshore Playhouse. Blackbird Asian Fusion Restaurant started build-out just yesterday at the former Bonefish Grill that's at Naples Bay Resort. Still don't have a location for where Bonefish Grill might be relocating. I knew that was very successful for them, so I expect them to probably open up somewhere else. In North Naples, Aqua has another location in addition to one that's coming to the future Aquarius Hotel. They first will open a new one and at the Green Tree Center, which was the old tax collector's office where you maybe went to get your driver's license too. But that's going to be the new Aqua, which is supposed to be nicer than the 2 that they have already in downtown Naples and Bonita. And Joey D's right next door is going to be expanding by adding an Italian market there. Lou Jack's, which is a tribute to Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Lou Jack, is coming to the former space of the Pearl, which used to be the Stonewood Tavern there at Airport and Vanderbilt Beach Road. As people see lots being cleared, they always ask me what's coming, and they're usually hoping for another restaurant. Many times, as many restaurants as we have, people still want more, but they're often are disappointed to find out that it's not going to be a restaurant, and it might be self-storage units, car washes, or dental offices. So if you really want to please, these are the Miami fearmongers. If you want to please them, then throw in a nail salon and a mattress store, and I'm sure they'll be happy. With growth comes infrastructure issues, of course. Road projects can continue. Again, Jamie showed you a slide with a glimpse of it, but Vanderbilt Beach Road will be extended. It's still underway. That's going to take that 7 more miles into the estates and even go further eventually. And that will help alleviate traffic issues, at least in the short term, on Immokalee Road and Golden Gate Parkway. And then, of course, the Big Cypress Parkway is planned. It's a new north-south route that will connect those new villages and town east of DeSoto, and that will possibly eventually connect to Alligator Alley. Work is underway for Collier Boulevard traffic to fly over Davis Boulevard. You probably see the big concrete pillars on the eastern side of the road there. And those also going to be widening Collier Boulevard to 6 lanes. A lot of it is 6 lanes, but the part that's still 4 lanes will be widened to 6 lanes. Diverging diamond interchanges are being considered for the interstate exits on Pine Ridge and Immokalee. Unfortunately, by the time these new roads get built, we've seen it with Interstate 75, we saw it with the Immokalee Road. By the time they get approved and funded and built and go through all the stages they have to go through, we already need more lanes. And that's where the people you see the next Miami, you kind of get it. But growth can be viewed in a positive light too. So it's not just all negative with the next Miami folks, because we do have increased opportunities here, no doubt. Expect some incredible possibilities for entrepreneurs, property owners, builders, and of course, real estate brokers and sales associates. There's a lot of great opportunities still in store in Collier County. But readers often ask me if we're going to have more of this or more of that in the future of Collier County. And I tell them we're going to have more of everything, even hurricanes. That means the good and the bad, of course, more of everything. Sure, we undoubtedly will have more traffic and more crime, and we'll have more people and more pizzerias, but most importantly, we'll have more opportunity. I think that's the takeaway. So, because as long as people want to live in our subtropical paradise, many opportunities still exist here. More opportunities to make a living, more opportunities to make a difference. So I just encourage you to continue to be an entrepreneur, which I know as a realtor, the line between your personal and professional lives are very blurred, where you probably don't even have either one. But keep building your personal brand, keep evolving, and don't give up. And I thank you all.